A wonderful good morning, everybody. What is going on? Welcome to my channel and welcome to Grixis Control in Mod. So, I've been playing Grixis in Standard lately, and I actually wanted to bring it to you, but I couldn't figure out a configuration of the deck that I really liked, and now I'm thinking about switching from Grixis to Esper again in Standard. But man, Standard feels like, I know people say it's a skill-based format, but I can hardly see why that would be the case. It's just curving your creatures out and then top decking better than your opponent is like, there's hardly any room to outplay your opponent. At least that's how I feel about it. Anyhow, we are back with Grixis Mon, Grimlava Mansa, our most favorite card here in the sideboard. If we ever find it, that is. Alright, so what's the most common card that is not working here? It's probably Terminate, right? No, it's not Terminate. Is it this one? Nope, that one as well. Oh man. Come on. Dum dum dum. And this is really annoying. Like, this of course doesn't happen if you own the cards that you're playing with, but that also requires a steep investment. Lightning bolts. Where is the lightning bolt? There it is. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Let's say Meyer, where are you? Alright. Pull the deltas. Yes. Scalding torrents. Where art thou? Alright, so we ran out of cards that are not allowed here. Aha. It was Spell Snare. Great that we finally got there. Now we just need to find it in our list here as well. Ah, that is why, of course. I didn't own a Spell Snare. Alright. Yeah, then we'll just put in another surgical. Alright. Standard, nope. I'm gonna change the format here. Alright, let's jump in here. What is that? Okay, that was just a bug on my screen. Daryl Ayers, pretty good. Self-Five Silk is back on top as well. It's always the same guys. The hardcore grinders. Alright, classic mulligan. And we are on the draw, which I actually don't like with this hands. And I also don't like our opponent playing marsh flats, because that's mostly an indicator. Yep. At least we have a lot of basic lands. That's good for us. So we're playing against Mardu, and he apparently does have a removal spell in hand. So I was playing against Mardu in Barcelona, and it was actually quite interesting because I mean it's always an interesting game, but this one in particular was interesting because I just lost to a single Lingering Souls game 1, on which I tried to race with having like 3 bolts and a Snapcaster, and then I won game 2 pretty convincingly on the backs of Kalitas, and game 3 played Blood Moon again, but so I think we're gonna play Jace nonetheless now. He does have a bolt, and then next turn we're just gonna try to get in with Tar Pits. So at this rate, we're not gonna get anywhere anyway. Alright. Yeah, so I Thought Seize him, and he had a hand of 3 Bedlam Revelers and a Lightning Bolt. And then I surgicaled his Bedlam Revelers, which was pretty neat. This is not working out for us whatsoever. On the draw with Mulligan, drawing 3 lands in 3 turns. It's pretty tough. Okay. I think this was a mistake by our opponent. Expecting us to do something here with our Tar Pits. Keeping up either a Lightning Bolt. So our opponent had a superb draw. Double Bolt. Triple Bolt. Oh my god. Yeah. Just really, really good. Doesn't know about a Blood Crypt though. So he has 4 damage on board now. And he still has freaking removal in hand? That's a fucking joke. Well, anyhow, we're gonna jump in. Quadruple Bolt. Cool. That's like the best hand I've ever seen out of a Mardu build. That's absolutely bonkers. Great. Great, 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 great. So again, 1 turn too late, or logic not here. Take at least 6. So our opponent's really cautious. Basically everything he does. We draw another land here. It's unreal. Alright, we want all of these. These as well. Just get rid of. There is an argument for keeping cryptic command, but I just don't want to run into a Blood Moon with one or more cryptic commands in my hand. Alright. Yep, definitely keep. Gonna try to keep up polluted delta as long as we can, and then decide on whether or not we want to go blue, black, red, whatever. So if this is an Inquisition, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this one. And I think we can also just fetch one here and pay it that way, especially after he already fetched for a basic swamp. It's not a ton of value that we generate here, but at least we get a look at his hand. We blank a card, and well, this is his way to get into white mana. All right. Anything that we should be particularly worried about? Definitely the Hazoret that we cannot really get rid of, and he boarded 3 Molten Rains. Okay. So that also means we don't have to worry about a Blood Moon. Whoops. I would imagine so. Well, we can still play turn 4 Pin Kieran Lar. And he found a looting as well. Of course, would have liked to take the looting. But you can't have everything with our surgical. So it would be perfect if he just went for Lingering Souls here. Alright. 3 mana is somewhat strange. Little motherfucker. Little motherfucker. Yeah, we need to fetch for red. So I think he has a Kolaghan's Command. another Molten Rain and I just completely... Is this a fucking joke? Fucking Laka. He has 3 and he didn't have any of them in hand in the beginning. Fucking motherfucker. But yeah. Always getting punished for nothing here. He's just drawing insanely well. Insanely well. Unreal. I'm gonna bold. Alright. That's interesting. I think he's discarding at least, yeah, Kolaghan's Command. Like, he's... What draws? What kind of draws? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Alright, so we can return a Kalitas if we really want to. Also make him discard. He's probably doesn't have another Thoughtseize here to take our Kalitas. I was like, another Molten Rain now, and you know, it's like absolutely bonkers. So he's definitely looking for Lightning Bolt to get rid of our Izzet Zedicaster here. We've basically lost 2 lands. The Polluted Delta, like 2 of the important lands. Polluted Delta doesn't really count. And if we can manage to get Kalitas on board, I believe we might have a shot. Alright. So still completely lacking blue at this point, but at least we have something going for us. And good also that we boarded, in anticipation, we boarded out all of our blue stuff. I mean, this is either Kolaghan's Command or another Molten Rain. It's absolutely insane. That was his 3rd Molten Rain. Absolutely insane. So, since I don't know what he does have in hand, might have another Bedlam Riddler actually. And it's just cautious to not play it into a Lightning Bolt and Izzet Zedicaster. But we'll see. Discard a young Pyromancer. Yeah, I guess we're just returning a card here. Let him take the bolt. Motherfucker. We could also board Fulminated Mages, to be honest. Why not, right? So Hazard is definitely a problem. Big time. We can only kill her with like 2 collective brutalities. Yeah. It's not perfect hands. Right, that makes it a little easier. I think I'm not gonna fetch for blue here yet. Just going for a basic swamp. And then have a look here at what's going on. 2 blood moons. Alright, so you reboarded them. And I believe that we should just take Lingering Souls. Bedlam River is gonna be way off in the future. And then in his draw step, we're gonna take a look. Lightning bolt, right. So obviously we won't be able to fetch for a blue source here anymore, or another black source, which will hurt us significantly. But having black already is also pretty fine. Also we have double red now for pink here and Lar. So what did we know he drew there? His draw step. Ah, lightning bolt. Yeah, so we hit something. That's actually fine. Because Kolaghan's command's not doing anything yet. Right. So there's 1 instant or sorcery in his graveyard. And if you place the other blood moon here. Yeah. Alright, so now he's getting so low in regards to cards in his hands that we might be able to snatch his Bedlam Reveler at some point. Alright. So that's 2. Still not enough to warrant anything here. Alright. Don't think that I want an Inquisition. It's not great, because of course we would like to get his Bedlam Reveler, but at this point it's not very likely to be able to do that. Alright, he drew another Bedlam Reveler anyway. And he has to, you know, there's gonna be a lot of work. Now he has everything he needs to play the other Bedlam Reveler, but he's gonna tap out for it. 5. Yeah, 3. Yeah, that's his last chance here of accomplishing anything. Alright, great. So we're gonna kill this one, obviously. raise a bit. 6 damage still in hand. And pink and R as well. It's pretty alright. He discarded a Thoughtseize. That's interesting. Because Thoughtseize would get our P&Q and Lar. Liliana of the Veil. Okay. That's certainly not the best card to have here. Of course, he drew another Belamarilla. So Liliana's gonna take up, most likely. Okay. Makes us sacrifice a creature. I think I want to have a look here. So Molten Rain's gonna damage us. And Pyromancer. So you can't Pyromancer and then Inquisition. Could of course blank that, but why would we? I would like to maintain this Lightning Bolt to a certain degree. And that would of course say that we take the Inquisition here. He also has Faithless Looting. Can we? Yeah, I think we're gonna go the most aggressive line available to us. So we're still gonna kill Liliana, right? She's sticking up, then she'll over the long run, she'll just pay that damage back that we deal her now. And we have a 2-turn clock here. We actually have lethal next turn in the air. And he casts Faithless Looting without casting Pyromancer. Because he also knows, like, even if we didn't have the bolt, then we would have lethal on board if we draw another land. He discarded 2 lands, so he still has Pyromancer and Molten Rain in hand. Cannot play Molten Rain. And has to hope that he drew some sort of either a removal spell or... And he probably also can't attack with Belamarilla, I would imagine. Yeah, our opponent's having a tough decision here. Probably deliberating if he wants to go for a Thoughtseize. But that would just put him dead, yeah. Alright, great. Round 1 goes to us. Against a matchup that, you know, it's pretty close to 50-50. But superior sideboarding helped us out there, both games. Both times he couldn't strand us with his land hate. It's really good. Alright, round number 2. I think it's keepable. Opponent's on a mulligan. Sadly, that's not super good for us. We have way too few lands. I'm just playing the island here in order to prevent a Gideon of the Trials coming down. Potentially. Huh. So, turn 2 he played this tapped. But if we just play Jace into a counterspell here and then he goes untap Jace himself, that's also pretty horrible. So let's try to either get card advantage with Nimble. Oh. So he's looking for lands here. Pretty certain. Found one as well. Not a fetch land though. And this is the perfect opportunity for him to... Alright. Oh, it's Jeskai. And he just hasn't found a red source yet. Alright. What is going on? Yeah, so by bouncing this, I mean, it's clear that he's protecting a Teferi. Which of course is a problem. Teferi is just the most obnoxious card to face here. Even if he doesn't have access to red yet. Damn it. Now he's gonna kill our Jace as well. That's gonna be really bad. Okay. So you're saying we have a chance, yes? So we basically have access to triple bolt here. The question is if we can draw another land source. Okay, definitely need the Snapcaster Mage here. So I don't want to utilize Jace in order to get back the bolt here. because of the colonnade. Okay. So that Jace, that Teferi was a fucked up 3 for 1. So super bad for us. But nothing else happens. He might have another Teferi as well. Or he might try to kill our Jace now. Okay, not anymore. He already played a land. This way he shouldn't be able to kill Jace right now. Top bottom. Yeah, another Jace. Another Teferi, obviously. So he put a card to the top and one to the bottom. Um, 2, 1, 2, 1. Trying to get off Snapcaster Mage first here. And this way I'm pretty certain that he doesn't have a... Spell Snare, I was gonna say. Because you would never sequence it that way otherwise. So of course this is the most horrible thing that could have possibly happened here. Already running against like all this super value shit. Now he's gonna come in with Celestial Colonnade as well. Two cards to the bottom at least. Yeah, so Colonnade is gonna get out Jace. And then he has 4 cards. He has 4 mana up after he untaps with the Fairy. It's just absolutely bonkers. I think we did a pretty decent job here at mitigating everything we could. So what's more likely? Him having removal spell or Snapcaster removal spell? Or going with P and Kieran Lore. And him having a counterspell or a Snapcaster counterspell. So if he has a counterspell, we're fucked anyway. What else might be happening? Alright, I'm gonna say let's try to attack him with 2. Okay. Then untap, then nimble his ability. Hopefully, nope. So that he doesn't draw another card and he cannot untap. And therefore, if he attacks now, alright. I think you should know about our second P and Kieran Lore in hand. Yep. Block Bolt. So everything that we anticipated happened here. But I'm still pretty confident that I took the best lines available. Like that we're even holding up here is pretty good. And apparently it doesn't have another good cards to go after our chase with, aside from that one. Yeah, now it's just getting ridiculous. So if his last card in hand is just like a come on. So our opponents just this is insane. Alright, that one. We'll have this one. This. We might go for a surgical here. This. So Thoughtseize. Yeah, I don't think this is a keep, to be honest. So we need to. Oh, we were on the play. Shit, of course. Cool. Yeah, that was horrible, to say the least. It's got nothing going on though. Probably drawing Search for Scanta now. Or soonish. Would like to have the Fulminated Mage, but it's not yet time. So of course he's jumping over the Nimble Obstructionist Hoop here. To be honest, I think should have done that differently. Damn it. I might have been a little bit too cautious there and should have played Snap Inquisition when you just had an island. I don't understand why we don't draw any fucking lands all the fucking time. It's unreal. It's unreal. playing Secure the Waste. You little motherfucker. So pissed. Way too late. Way too late. Electrolyze. Yeah, we know about his bolt. Therefore, this all isn't great. Cannot play Fulminator Mage here because of Celestial Colonnades. Another fucking Snapcaster Mage, you motherfucker. Going with Electrolyze again. Yeah, we're just playing that anyhow. And this is fucking Moto. Fuck you. Fuck you. Alright guys, taking a break and see you guys later. Alright guys, welcome back to round number 3. We've been pretty screwed there. Last game. But at least 2 really interesting rounds as I thought. Interactive. Pretty close ones. Our opponent's having 61 cards in his main deck. Don't know what that's an indicator for, but it's interesting to note. Alright. So I want to have a look first. Wrath of the God. What the fuck? He didn't mulligan this. Okay. Well, I mean, these are all dead. Timely reinforcements could come in at some point, but until that moment, we're just gonna go after Jaces. He does have oust. What does oust read? So I do want to have lands, especially in double red. I'm also happy with this one. Actually found it. So all things equal here. Let's say he found a fourth land, which I believe is unlikely without anything doing in between, but it's possible. So then he wouldn't be able to play Chase and Oust, but he could play Oust and Timely Reinforcements, which would be pretty annoying. Mana Tithe, oh my god. Alright, now we have to hope. Don't know what's going on. Just don't know what's going on. So he does have... He's probably looking if we scry the top. He does have a Wrath of God in hand, therefore King Chirnlar isn't really doing anything. Yeah, put the card back on top of our library. So we could bounce Stroll. At least slowing him down. Because he's not costed us anything. Now we have double bolts. If he taps out again, Chase gonna be dead. And we have a good turn. Alright, this time he's created his own library. What did he do? Put a card on top. So most likely he lands, I would assume. At some point we will need the Terminate. Therefore we're probably gonna get both on board here. We're not really behind in cards. We know 3 of his cards that are basically unplayable right now. Field of Ruin's pretty good for him. Could still force him to do it. So it's very possible that he lets this resolve and then just goes with Timely Reinforcements or Supreme Verdict / Wrath of God in his turn. And him using Field of Ruin here is actually also fine with me because I do want to have that that second black source. So that's strange. So he also still has that Oust. that we couldn't account for. It's gonna be placed second from top. 3 cards in hand. Yeah, we can't really do anything. If we attack with Wonder Funeral here, we don't really pressure him, and then on the swing back we get 4 damage as well. So he's just making land drops. Alright. So there's 2 cards that we don't really care about. He's gonna use his Field of Ruin. And we don't know if he has a counter spell or not. I shocked here because we do need double black and we don't really care about whether or not it's a 3 or a 2.5 turn. This was a mistake. Shouldn't have. I should have gone for Black Source here, so that we have Liliana and Terminate up in the same turn, and apparently our opponent's playing Asper instead of straight up blue-white. Okay. We still know 2 other cards in his hands. Apparently did find. Oh my goodness, he made negate. Yeah, that's pretty good. But we have enough mana to go Liliana and then protect Liliana with P and Kirinlar. Safe play would probably be Nimble Obstructions here, though. Right? Because he would go for it. We would definitely stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm still gonna go and take P and Kirinlar, just so we don't get any bad things out of that one. Discard 2 swamps here. So I think he has to try it. Yep. This way we basically prevent him from also doing something really powerful in his turn, which I was a little worried about. So, I think we only have another Steamens to fetch for here. He still has that Oust that he's probably going to use for P and Kirinlar now anyway. Yep, both to the top. No fucking way. shit. Alright, we're basically at 1 life if he chooses to attack us, but then we get P and Kieran Lar back, and otherwise we can fight over his other stuff. Yeah, and he's gonna attack probably all Liliana, and then go with timely reinforcements. Yeah. Even playing around everything, you can't. Okay. Second from the top, sure. So we have Jace, and we also went up to 8 life. And then we have Pinker and Laura coming up. So if he draws his like 4th counterspell in a row here, that'd just be insane. We could bounce draw it, but I think it's worth it to just kill. Because we still have to slug through the other one here. And some combination of, come on. Okay. That's actually even better. So now we actually got rid of 2 of his lands and he cannot keep anything up anymore. And we're still gonna draw into all of our good stuff. So I think I'm gonna wait. No, we can't wait. If he attacks us, that's horrible. But of course he might draw into another Supreme Verdict or something. And then we're just really fucked. Alright, it's time to reinforcements, finally. Oh my god. It's not good. That is not good. Alright, so P and Kieran are basically on defensive duty here. Except for additional copies of P and Kieran, there's also not much that Jace can do. I mean, yeah, we can block, block, block. Could also thought seize him. I'm not too worried about this particular turn. Huh. Lightning Bolt isn't super bad, but it's definitely not better than a Cryptic. Inquisition. Yeah, I actually want to have all of these. Let's have a look at what's going on. If he does have anything left in his hand, and that is actually a pretty good pickup. So I'm only attacking with 1 Thopter here because I want him to activate the Colonnade. If we attacked with both Thopters, that would be too obvious that we did have something in mind. Then he might not go for the Colonnade play here. Which he indeed does now. Alright, Tap all creatures, and this one. Yeah, we need to get slowly but steadily beyond his 5 soldier tokens there. We cannot really raise him yet. We can choose to not. Nope. Because I actually want that. Cryptic command here. Alright, so we would take 3. But obviously, we still have a cryptic. If we attack with Pioneer and Lar, I don't think there's a way we lose here the next turn. We could of course also go upkeep. So now he's at 9, and that is lethal next turn. So we just need actually tap all creatures and return target permanents. Because now we do have lethal on board. And let's see, if we sacrifice a Thopter here, he gets to 7. Yeah. Alright. Cool. So I guess we want to have 1 as its Steadycaster just because it's really obnoxious for us to play against tokens. Kyrnos is a thing. Jace wants to stay in this one. This one. Oh. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I just texted someone. Almost forgot about the game here. Liliana, the Last Hope, of course, is good, but not so good against. Nah, let's just see. I don't know if he would keep his 2 timely reinforcements or more. I mean, it's possible. But with P and Kieran Lore or any 2 toughness creature, we should be able to play around it. Alright, that's a keep. If worst comes to the worst, of course, we run into a turn 2 Search for Scanta. One card to the bottom, one card to the top. And since we have two Jaces, we're just gonna try to get it through, especially if it, yeah, switch was cancer. Sure, of course. And yeah, therefore the Dispel is really good for that. Well, let's see. We do have Fulminator Mage, we do have a couple of outs. And if our Jace survives this turn, he's not gonna die anymore. And even if he is gonna die to path, that would probably be alright as well. Right, opponent, yeah, the Attention Sphere. Oh, okay. Attention Sphere would have been really bad for us. But this is kind of okay. So this also answers the question of whether or not he would have his soldiers stick around. We're taking 2 a turn, 1 if we Colligan's command at the end of turn. Which I don't actually know if we should, but probably need to. Mana type. Oh man. This is hilarious. Alright, are we at the point where we want to discard Jace already? Sure. Okay. Yeah, we cannot really discard Pollute the Delta here because we need it for Pink here and Lore. So I guess it's just the islands here. And then we're gonna go after one of those. And yeah, I'm pretty cautious because we're behind on board and he does have Search for Scans, and if we run into, like, say a Jace or something, it's just lights out. Alright, he's attacking our Jace, which is even better. So it's basically keeps him off a couple of turns. I think he missed the land drop, destroying Supreme buried there. And this has to be probably dual color. Oh, maybe not. I would like to have some sort of Alright, taking one of those. Playing Pion Kieran Lore here is too risky. Yeah, probably need both of these as well. Just because if this stalemate goes on for a while, then we need Blood Crypt to activate our Torpid and then Counter Squall to protect it. So next turn, so we drew that card, which again is not. Alright, so we bolt one. Certainly not gonna counter a bolt. And now we're at a complete stalemate, which is actually pretty fine. So he cannot get rid of our Jace. And we basically traded 1 for 1. Jace is soaking a lot of damage, which is fine as well. Yeah, next turn is the turn where we can go Painkiller and LR with 2 protective spells. So we drew again. This time it's the land, alright. It's like insane. So we do have 3, 4, 1, 2. I think it's very unlikely that he would be able to get through here. I mean, he could. Oh, alright. Alright, even better. So Search for Skanta is going to flip, thus basically forcing us to do more than just defend. Celestial Purge went after. Oh shit! I just clicked. Damn it! I wasn't paying attention. I just clicked through without even noticing what was going on. Alright, need to go after this one. Although it will also, I mean, he already. Oh man, that's horrible. Alright, that was a super bad sequence there for us. Now our Snapcaster Mage is dead, and things just turned around so quickly. Oh man, he had everything that he needed. Alright, now Jace, I mean, can still try to combo to ultimate, but now we're gonna go after him and really make a fight out of it. 5 per turn plus bolt. But that's super difficult for us to beat that Search for Skanta. Well, so weird. That's your last card in hand. What the fuck is going on? Fuck you. What a series of draws again. We're doing pretty fine, I gotta say. Up until that moment. Yeah, that's a boon as well. It's your last card in hand, a counter spell as well. Just activating. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. That's also pretty fine. So it doesn't really have anything in the air. And somehow needs to keep up mana for both Field of Ruin and Search for Skanta. So Jace doing a super good job here, despite not being able to flash anything back, but we don't have to worry about these soldiers for time being. Alright, so we wanted to get rid of that, whatever card's up there. And we could, of course, I think we're gonna nimble this. So he's gonna draw dead. Might need to activate Search for Scanta. And we have a Triptych command as well. That's pretty neat. Alright, so just a land. Doesn't do anything here. He's activating Celestial Colonnade. No? Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah, right. You want to kill my Jace. You want to kill my Jace. Yeah. So we have him on a 3-turn clock, basically, without anything else happening. And of course, the soldiers become annoying at that point. And Search for Scanta is as well. But what we could do here is bounce Search next turn, draw a card. He's definitely inclined to replay Jay's Search, and that will never flip again. Alright, so he's attacking us instead. Probably correct. Alright. Oh man. So this is given. If we bounce Celestial Colonnades, we cannot just raise, because then we just lose. We don't have Cryptic Command up. Turn to permanent, draw cards. Okay. Could of course also bounce this and then do something awkward. But I think this might be the correct play. That is also pretty tight. So is there a way for us to snatch his Search for Scanta here? But if he activates Search 1, 2, 3, 4 without drawing an additional land, he won't be able to attack with Colonnade. On the other hand, he still has one here. No, we can't attack. If he finds a removal spell, we're dead to another Colonnade attack. Alright. Yeah, I guess we're gonna block. Of course, Colonnade's more important, but we need to find a solution for Colonnade anyway, otherwise we just straight up lose. Alright. So this goes there. Just looking for another land here. I think he kept it, right? Wherever that was. Alright, so he's one card in hand. Or did he throw something away. No, Field of Ruin is the last card that we knew about. Therefore, whatever he has in hand is a pretty good one. Oh fuck. Okay, let's see if he goes after our Thopters. No, he doesn't. Alright. Yeah, that's the correct line of play here. But again, he cannot attack this turn this way, and we can bounce. That's actually something we are gonna do, I think. Bounce and then Thoughtseize him. Alright, and then we have lethal next turn, right? So if we attack here with 2, so you go out there anyway. I think I'm gonna do this. Because then we still have Lightning Bolt as an insurance policy. Turn permanent, draw a card. And then we're gonna snitch it off. Which of course puts us significantly down to a certain degree. But I think there's no card that he can draw here to just get rid of both of our Thopters. Surgical entered the exile zone. So just that draw. And we would have lethal next turn. Alright, so he's just coming in. And I think since we're so far ahead on board, we're not gonna... What's relevant here? So let's see. If we throw this at his head and then bolt him, he goes down to 5, and we do have lethal, half lethal anyway, unless he has... So, 2, 3... What happens if he has a removal spell here? Kills either OP and Kirin or our thing here. So the safe bet is killing the Celestial Colonnades. I'm not sure how safe that is, but I think I'm just gonna go with that. It will take us one more turn, but he would need to have another Celestial Colonnade here for it to really matter. Or, I mean, a counterspell that's not a Logic Knot. I think we just won. Alright, cool. Alright, that was an awesome game. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's meet in round number 4. Alright guys, welcome back to round number 4, I believe, and mea culpa. Really sorry about the background noise. My neighbors apparently are, I don't know, cutting trees or something. So I really hope, I know it's annoying, but I really hope at some point it just goes over in something like the sound of an ocean or something. Static or acoustic background noise. Well, right now it's fine. And they start again. Motherfuckers. So I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm just really quickly snacking something in between. Alright. Maybe I should just mute. I think, did we already play against him today? Yeah, we did. Cool. So, most likely, it's gonna be Mardu Pyromancer again. Oh no, man, there's a girl that's just constantly getting on my nerves. So this has to be blue anyway. But if he doesn't have a turn 1 discard spell, which is unlikely, but then we could hide the fact that we do have a Logic Knot. So blue, black. Let's see what he's gonna take. I actually do want to have the Seven Visions as well. And that would be kind of nice. But of course, you also can't have everything. So since he already played against us, I'm expecting his second iteration to be the one that he plays against us post board. So probably Blood Moons instead of Molten Rains. I was gonna say, you should fetch now, no matter if you do something or don't do anything. Because otherwise, we're gonna catch it. Alright, some part of me just wants to terminate this. But since he took our Logic Knot, he wanted to protect this. Yeah. Probably. Maybe it does have another Pyromancer as well. Yeah, we need to play this in case they come around with the Blood Moon now. That could also be the case, that they just wanted to protect the Blood Moon. Thoughtseize. Well, don't think I'm gonna do anything against it. Yep. Jace. As always. And that's just third. So Bedlam Reveler is only 2 cards away. And this combination here is actually pretty good against Bedlam Reveler, because we can stop the trigger and then go after him. And this looks like he's protecting the Blood Moon here the whole time. Alright. It's also pretty good. I mean, not super good, but it's fine. Call against commands. This dude, he draws really well every time, even without looting. So I think I want to cycle the Nimble in this spot. In the hopes of drawing another lodging knot. And if not, I mean, we could also just play the Nimble, but yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't even keep the correct mana up for lodging knot, so that wasn't a thing anyway. This guy. What a lucker. Yeah, certainly a Bedlam Reveler in its hand right now. Or a Blood Moon, that's also possible. Both would be pretty bad for us. Unfucking real. Like these hands, also just having one Bedlam Reveler, you know, it's like... Alright. Let's try it. No block, so 100% a... No. You motherfuckers. So fucking loud. So I'm probably gonna wait until he attacks again. Block, then he's gonna cast something. Potentially. And then we're gonna... Well, never mind. So Terminate, Snapcaster Mage. Pinkirin would also be pretty fine. Discard Terminate. So yeah, put it top. Draw the tar bit, play the tar bit. Then go Cryptic Commands. Next turn, bounce this thing. It's gonna replay it, and then we're gonna nimble it. Maybe. Alright, 6. Of course. Alright. It's going for the kill here. Color Guns Command, yeah. Man, this guy just has the best draws I've ever seen. Round 1 already, but it's not gone any better. So 56, this one comes in. Could imagine Fulminator Mages to be relevant in this one. There's also a part of me, of course, that wants to play Grim Lavamancer, but that's probably only good against Young Pyromancer and anyhow, we have a lot of work to do here, but it's also very winnable. Postboard. Yeah, opponent's having a hard time again, because he lost to both postboard games last time. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us, but it provides us with a little more flexibility and more targets for our Kolaghan's command that do something. Yeah, I think our opponent's having a real tough time here, deciding on whether or not he wants Graveyard Hate, on whether or not he wants to have Land Hate, how good Blood Moon and Moon Rays are. Maybe that'll help us. So this time we're on the play and I know about it. It's an okay hand. No matter what happens, we can play this and we can play this. Up to the point where he takes it all the way. Alright. Fulminator Mage. So maybe he's thinking of Molten Rain, 2 Inquisitions. So he went with the Molten Rain after all. Again. I guess we're taking that one. And then let him use his turn to strip us off of Kolaghan's command here first, and then potentially as its Static Caster. Has already 4 cards in his graveyard. Four instants and sorceries, I might add. Alright, that's the card that you just drew. don't know if he still has Blood Wounds in. Blood Wounds and Molten Rain would take up like 5 or 6 slots. That's pretty heavy. Alright, so he would have access to Bedlam River already. And we're just drawing lands as well. The good thing about it is that I don't want to attack with Top Hit, not only because I think he has removal spells, but also because we wouldn't be able, like if he plays a discard spell. Currently we're pretty safe against discard, but I don't want to risk just straight up losing my Liliana. So he does have a Dreadbore, therefore we're just gonna play Liliana and take her down instead of up. Oh man, slightly better. I mean, I would have also liked to draw those, but better than nothing. So, alright, yeah, Pyromancer. So, Dreadbore and an Inquisition, maybe. It was just waiting for the moment, right? Well, what did I do? Something went wrong here. Dude. So this one's gonna get activated. This one's gonna be the one. Alright. Alright guys. We're still not done. Still not done here. What a great league though. That's what I call magic. Alright, let's keep this. And hope that he doesn't have. He's probably gonna take Serum Visions, maybe Fulminate a Mage. I was gonna say that he doesn't have Summon Spirit Guide and punishes us with the turn 2 Blood Moon. Alright, that's actually fine. Okay. Probably still gonna go with this one. Set up or draws a little bit. Oh fuck. That's one turn too early. I would have liked to protect her, just to hide her, to speak, so to speak. Put on top. Put on top. Okay. No play there. I think I'm gonna just keep on. He's 100% taking over Liliana here. No doubt about it. Of course, that's already tough. We basically, I mean, we need to have red here. We got rid of Snapcaster Mage, but that's just something we have to accept. Alright, Grim Lavamancer. What's going on, mate? So I think we're gonna go top. Molten Rain's gonna punish us severely. But what are you gonna do? Alright, cool. So now we have Kolaghan's command. Kolaghan's command can get back our Fulminator Mage, which would be pretty nice. That is his third land though. And if that's a Molten Rain, then we do have a big problem. Yeah, you little motherfucker. So again, opponent just drawing exactly when he needs to, otherwise we would have be first and killed him. Now we, yeah. I mean, we've already used a couple of cards here to find lands. We'll definitely not be stranded the whole game, but maybe it'll be enough to give him the advantage that he needs. Alright. So, we do have this one going for us, and I'm inclined to go after that Sacred Foundry there, since we now have access to stuff again. And Sacred Foundry is relevant also because of his second red mana for Bedlam River and Molten Rains. Might also be declining to play a Blood Moon. I think we might be in 3-mode territory here. So we definitely want to get rid of one of the souls. But we don't want to discard our... Yeah, alright. Should have discarded the ugly bolt here. Not the beautiful one. He might have a Kolaghan's command that he was holding up and that he doesn't have the target for. Two Kolaghan's commands, never mind. Alright, so without a target in his graveyard, of course, he doesn't have that much going on. Does have the mana for a Bedlam River though. So if he keeps attacking us, we're just gonna... Oh. No. Okay, Bedlam River. I don't want to say this fine, but at least he's gonna get rid of his removal spells, so he just nets one card, basically. Which is pretty fine. and he also doesn't get to discard spirits. So now I think I'm gonna take this damage for a bit until we find something else. Should we go after this one? Does that change anything? Does not really. So I don't know if it's worth it to get a Black Leaf Cliffs there. I think I'm just gonna block and let resolve, and potentially just get rid of Bedlam Reveler. Well, let's see. So he needs 2 spells. Alright, doesn't have them. Alright, we are in the game, guys. In the fucking game. So, what's the play here? Blood crit. Are we gonna shock ourselves here? Seems super bad. But yeah, let's see. So we still have 6 or more damage in hand. If we can connect one time, we might be getting there. Didn't cast anything on our turn, which I do like. Okay, Dreadbore, not the worst, without any triggers. That's why I played this way. We could have also Snapcaster Maged something. Okay, that doesn't seem good here. If he goes fetching, yep, that's pretty bad for us. Discarded 1 land. Brutality. At least he doesn't kill any of our Thopters. Come on, not Inquisition as well. Come on, man. Good. Good. So we need to try to raise. I'm definitely gonna get in with the Thopters. Not reveal. I mean, he knows about it, the Snapcaster Mage, but is he gonna fetch here as well? Yep. So 10. That's his second Bedlam Reveler, yes. Hopefully runs out of gas at some points. Alright, we cannot prevent this. He found a Sacred Foundry here. Ah, you motherfucker. And that's a mistake. Now, he definitely wants to flash something back. Maybe he has another Bedlam Reveler even. What's worse? Having that 1 extra token or wasting our Snapcaster Mage? might be wasting our Snapcaster Mage here. Alright, so I mean the play is pretty obvious. The only question that's remaining is if we kill the young Pyromancer or we make him discard. So making him discard, of course, but that would just spiral out of control. So we somehow need Kalitas to come to our rescue. That would be amazing. That would be amazing of you. What is that? Hazard? Oh yes. Get right. Now we really have a problem. And not really anything that we can do about it. Alright, let's block here. Block here and block there. Take 3. It's getting hot in here again. Fucking too late, man. Fucking too late. So we might be surviving one more turn. But that's probably gonna be it. Don't even know like what I would be going for here if I were to surgical something. Bolt he can just play whenever he's ready. Alright. This time he beat us. On the back of the Hazard here. Yeah, that was a lightning bolt. I already imagined. So he top decked the Hazard. Oh. We sadly didn't draw any of our sideboard cards except for surgical. Well grown up, Matt. Alright, so that was round number 4, and see you guys back in round number 5. Alright, welcome back to round number 5. We're 2-2 in what has presented itself to be an exceptionally interactive league, and therefore also pretty exciting, I thought. Well, let's see, well, we're still 1 win short here. The difference between 60% and 40% win percentage. Yeah, Hazard is really the biggest issue with. I mean, Bedlam Revel is also pretty good, but Hazard is something that you just can't beat as a Grixis player. Unless you find like a Jace. Great. Opponents on a mulligan as well. Oh, we're on the play here. Once again, as always. Why not just keep passing the turn? You know what would be great? Play against humans now. Burn. Oh my fucking god. How punished we got there. Yeah. We need to kill the goblin guide here. It will draw us a card, but if he follows it up with an Eidolon, we really have a problem. This time playing the ugly bolt. Alright, no Eidolon. Probably can't play Jace here into a Searing Blaze. That would just be horrendous. And again, just stuck on mana despite having 6 views or something. Would be amazing of you if you revealed a land, which you didn't. Which is pretty bad for us. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and we waited for one more land drop. We could of course also just die to the 3 cards in hand. Certainly a Boris Charm somewhere in there. We do have a couple of things in our sideboard, but again, in this matchup, we're lacking the spell snare that I had to put out. This is just unreal. Just freaking unreal. Yeah, Moto's just a whole pile of shit. So we drew 16 cards, and we had 6 scries, and we couldn't manage to find a 3rd land yet. It's just insane. Just insane. That was all during our turn. Great. Opponent's not sure if he wants to keep those 6 cards, but he keeps it anyway. For a card on the bottom. So this is pretty difficult. If he doesn't have a Goblin Guide, then we definitely net plus value here. It's not shocking. If he does have a Goblin Guide, then we're losing a lot of tempo. Switzbear. Well, that at least nets us 1 life, which is already fine. Ah, he doesn't have a second source. That's why he stumbled. Alright, hopefully that will buy us like 2 turns of him not drawing a second land here. Great. Alright, need both of these. Actually, I think, yeah, I think we're not countering this one, but take another one out of his hand with Snapcaster, because that way we utilize our resources a little better. And well, we're gonna keep. I'll let him have Skullcrack. Eidolon would also be pretty good here for us. So then we could just kill Eidolon. And that's super strange that he just passes to our turn. So no matter what happens here, we're definitely getting one of the 2 cards in his hand. Let's see if he wants to try to preserve his. No, not this time. Okay. I think it's more important to have double black and triple blue. So we're good for 2 more cards. Rift Bolt, alright. That's already not super bad. And Nimble Obstructions here is just super good. Because we don't even need to open our gates here. So first trigger, second trigger, cycle. Could also use Nimble as a means to race here and make it a 3-turn clock. But that way we still leave him with a lot of options to just... Yeah, right. So we would have been super punished here if we just countered that one and wouldn't have been able to do anything afterwards. Because Grim Lavamancer would have just killed everything here. He might also be, like, from the first game, he might have thought that we're actually Grixis Shadow. Because I don't think we played that long. All right. Won this one without a cyber card, but now I would like to see some cyber cards. All right, definitely keep. No creature turn 1. That's already a huge win for us. Okay, he's slightly cautious about his life total now, as well. Because usually you don't, unless you have all Sacred Foundries in hand, you just don't do that. I think I'm not going to use Collective Brutality yet, unless he plays something now. Which he doesn't. Gonna utilize our spots whenever they come. And I haven't seen a single Eidolon yet, which strikes me a little odd. Another lightning bolt. Man, this guy also draws a lot of lightning bolts. I mean, we are as well, but still. You see? So we do want to protect our Jace, right? This could, of course, end up horribly for us. See if he has a skull crack. He does indeed. Alright, nothing else. So we just need to get our Jace down. And avoid everything he does. Let's see what we would draw. Collective Brutality, oh my god. Yeah, we cannot not take that. We're getting the 2 life back. Yeah, let's draw that one. Go back to 9. At this point, we might have also just already went for Cryptic Commands instead, because he's basically like 3 bolts would be lethal. But I think like having one counter as a backup later might still be relevant. And he boarded Pathway Exile. Alright, I'm not gonna fetch the Scalding Tarn here, because last time I played against Burn, I was severely punished by being at 8 life, and then he just top decked Boros Charm with me having Kalitas just put on board. Like there would have been no other sequence to win that one. Alright, now we can do it. This one goes down. Alright, that one. Electric Brutality. Giving us a little bit of life again. Going up to 6. Now we only need to deploy. Actually, end of turn we can snap bolt. Unless of course an Eidolon comes along. Actually, I don't think this is like horrible for us, because he might not be able to win this anymore. Playing an Eidolon into a Jace is super bad. Yeah, I think he's done. Because we don't care. We do have a Torpid on board. Motherfucker on my neighbors. And now he realizes that he lost, and we won against Burn, guys. Great. What a great league. Only a 3-2, but still, I found it to be very exciting, very interesting. Had a lot of really interesting matchups. Hope you enjoyed it too. Leave a comment below, and yeah, let me know what you think.